Hey guys, my name is Iasmina and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'm going to try a new book social media. Obviously, we have Goodreads and I've been using Goodreads for years and years, way before I started my own booktube channel and actually talking about books on the internet. I've had it for years because it was the only one. It was the only book social media, and it was just the place to be to keep track of the books that you're reading and to get new recommendations. But Goodreads is not the best site in the world. As a front-end web developer, it hurts. Like it physically hurts using this website. I mean, I basically implement user interfaces for a living, and Goodreads user interface, no, just no. I have been waiting for someone to make an alternative for a long time, and I found out about an alternative called Storygraph.com. And this video is actually inspired by Jack Edwards. I'll link his channel down below. He also made a video about the Storygraph, and I just thought, hey, I should finally try this out because I have heard about it for some time. But since I've been using Goodreads for so many years, I have a lot of data there. I have a lot of attachment to my profile over there. I just wanted to give it a try, and if it's better than Goodreads, then I might just have to make the jump. Now, I'll leave my Goodreads profile down below if you want to give me a follow there if you haven't already, and I will also leave my Storygraph profile over there, so you can go check that out as well and follow me over there if you decide to make your own Storygraph profile and move on from Goodreads, because it either needs to be updated or we just, as a collective community of book-loving people, we should just move on from Goodreads. I'm just gonna share my screen and we're gonna go through it and see what Storygraph has to offer and if it is indeed better. By the way, this is not sponsored by any means. I'm just very curious because personally I've been interested in something better than Goodreads. And let's find out if the Storygraph is that. Alright, so this is what the front page looks like. Already much better. Maybe we should go on Goodreads and compare and contrast. So obviously I'm already signed into my Goodreads and it's gotten better over the years. I do have to say it's gotten loads better, especially with functionality. They've added things that we've been missing for a long time, but overall it's just ugly. It's just ugly. So already this is looking much better. So let's sign up. Okay, and this is the good stuff. You can actually import your Goodreads profile into Storygraph, which is as soon as I heard about this feature, I was like, yeah, okay, it's time. Because that was one of my biggest fears is, I have years and years of Goodreads data. What's gonna happen to all of that? I can't be bothered, to be honest, to put in everything from my Goodreads into something else, but you can literally import your Goodreads data into Storygraph. So that is amazing, and let's do that now. Visit the import-export page on Goodreads. Now, that's a challenge. Where is that? Oh, thank God. Storygraph already so good they even link you to the correct page. Cool. Export library. This may take some time if you have a large library. Well, I do have to say my library is quite large indeed. Let's import my Goodreads library. Yay! This is going to then take some time for them to import all of my Goodreads data into Storygraph. Okay, it is some time later and I finally received the email. So let's go and see what this has to offer. Oh, so it already imported what I'm currently reading, what I read recently, all my 5-star reads. Okay, let's set up my reading preferences. So there's gonna be a survey. So what are your favorite genres? You can select up to 5. Which of these characteristics do you appreciate the most in books right now? This is also hard because all of these are important, to be honest, but I can only select 3. Are there any genres that you don't like, aren't interested in reading right now? Which of these things, if any, most turn you off a book? Complete the sentence. I'm never or rarely in the mood for books that are sad. There's enough sad in my real life, Tell us about the kind of books you like to read. Oh no. Okay, so now it's gonna give me some book recommendations. So I'm very curious what it's going to try to recommend me. Okay, Red Sister by Mark Lawrence, that is already on my to-read list for sure. Akata Witch, I have heard of that. Dragon Pearl by Yoon-Ha Lee. Now that one I haven't actually heard of. Nor The Obsidian Tower. The Reader, that is on my to-read list. Serafina, I already own. This seems pretty good. Although the further along I go, the less interested I am. But the top recommendations for sure seem like good recommendations. Oh, I can mark as owned. Cool. Okay, let's see what else. So let's see what the homepage looks like. All right, so the first thing is like the recommendations, which is super, super nice. Is it the same? Yeah, it's the same recommendations. To read pile. My goal on Goodreads is 40, so yep. Mainly reads fiction books that are adventurous, emotional, and lighthearted. Typically chooses medium-paced books that are 300 to 500 pages long. I would say that's accurate. Let's see some stats. So this is something that Goodreads doesn't have, and I really, really like to be able to see some stats. And I'm pretty sure I can do an all-time. Let's see an all-time stat breakdown. So it says I've read 414 books, a total of 140,222 pages. Yikes. So number one mood is adventurous, which mood. And then as for genre, yeah, very predictable. Fantasy is number one, then contemporary, then science fiction. And in here for all time star ratings, I have a 3.75. So I've given 92 books 5 stars apparently. Interesting. So yeah, this is honestly really, really cool. I like this. Of course, my profile seems a bit bare. I'm sure it's also because it's quite a new website. Who are these people? Yeah, so one thing I noticed is there's a lot of books in here that don't have covers uploaded yet. So I assume that will be updated in the future. But yeah, there's some nice like stats. Like look here, like for a book, right? It gives you like the moods of this book and then like the pace. This is actually really, really interesting and useful information that would totally matter to me when picking a book, like a new book that I want to read or to add to my read list. I honestly think this has a lot of potential and it definitely seems more user-friendly than Goodreads for sure. Things are easier to find. It just doesn't feel as feature heavy as Goodreads, but of course, Goodreads has many, many years ahead of Storygraph, but it definitely has potential to become a really, really good social media. So yeah, I'll link my profile down below. You know, if you care to make your own, definitely give me a follow and I'll follow you back because I don't know anyone using this. So I'm definitely gonna try and keep using it, especially for recommendations because it's very mood-based and I'm a very mood type reader. I don't like to make TBRs for myself. I very much choose books based on my current mood, what I'm in the mood for to read next. And so the fact that the Storygraph recommendation seems to be based on moods primarily, that seems to be really, really good for me. So I'm definitely going to try and get some more recommendations. Yeah, honestly, that was it. I just wanted to give this a try. Let me know if you've ever tried Storygraph or if you're just gonna stick to Goodreads. Yeah, what do you think? Does it look like it could dethrone Goodreads? I don't know, let me know if you know of any other book social media. So yeah, that was it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you next time with a new video. Bye!